So we are back at the track. It's been 1 week since I did the 5k run. I just had a bit of an easy week, and now we are going to start the first of an 8-week training program built towards improving that 5k time. Okay, so I don't proclaim to be a 5k specialist in any way, shape or form, but no matter what you're doing, it's really important to do a thorough warm-up, of course. So I've developed a little bit of a warm-up that I always try to do before any running distance, any race, and you can also develop your own one, but here are just some of my ideas of what really helps me get warmed up for sessions and what could potentially help you as well. Normally starts with using a little bit of mobilization exercises, so some dynamic movements, arm swings, leg swings, a few jumps, a little bit of jogging up and down just to get the heart rate up, and then I will go into a proper warm-up in terms of lifting my heart rate, slowly building towards a race pace or target session pace. The key thing is to start off slowly and progress all the way through until the end of the warm-up. Sometimes it takes 15 minutes, sometimes it takes half hour. It depends on how tired I am and what sort of session I'm doing as well. Appreciate not all of you have got that kind of time to do that. So yeah, develop your own warm-up that works for you, but it's very, very important, especially when you're doing track workouts, because the last thing you want to be doing is going straight into a hard rep cold and pulling all your muscles. So very important to do a warm-up. So today's session, nice and simple. We're going to be doing 10 400s, starting off at the pace at which I was running my previous 5k at, so that's around 75 to 76 seconds per lap. And the idea of today is to try and increase each rep until I get to a pace of around 70 seconds per lap. So very subtly increasing each 400, just trying to get used to running at a slightly quicker pace than I did for my previous 5k attempt. It's a very basic workout and should be good. Each week I'm going to be progressing on that and running a little bit further and faster towards the end goal of a new 5k PB.
Okay, last one.
Yeah. If I hit a 64 on this one, then I get to use the kicker bike for the TCB ride later on.
Right, okay. Deal.
Deal?
Yep, deal.
All right.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! 64, 65,
62!
65!
62! What not to do at home. Don't get carried away on the last one, unless there's something at stake. So yeah, I'm keeping a very close eye on the progress I'm making, mainly just by tracking aspects of each session, so my heart rate for given paces, how it feels to run certain paces, obviously the times at which I'm running those reps at, and also using the races that I'm doing in cross country, comparing myself to other people who I would normally be close to. Well, quite early on into this process, but there's probably already signs that I'm making some improvements. I certainly feel that the pace that I'm running at feels a lot easier. we've got 6 weeks to go or 7 weeks to go still, so yeah, it's very early days, but yeah, I'm feeling confident that I'm making progress already. I think that progress though is probably not down to fitness. It's too soon to see that fitness. I think it's more just coming down to being comfortable with running at those paces and learning how to run at those paces. Okay, so we are here at Yates Meadow. We have a nice big hill to run up. We've got London in the background and we are in Epping Forest. So a great setting to do some hill reps. Hill reps is one of my sessions that I do pretty much every week regardless, but I'm going to be using this particular session to build towards my 5k PB in 8 weeks time. It's going to be muddy, so soon I'll have to switch over to cross-country spikes, but the plan is 10 reps on this hill every week throughout winter. A little bit of strength in the legs, kicks up to around a 25% gradient on that, so you're doing well just to get up it. And the session's not about time, it's just literally getting up and down 10 times, trying to think about lifting the knees up on the way up, and then just trying to bring the heart rate down as much as you can before hitting the bottom. So it's continuous. I do it as 4 reps, quick drink, 3 reps, quick drink, 2 reps, 1 rep. So I've done 4 and I've done 3. I got 2 and the 1 left. And you've got a nice rewarding view of London at the top. I'll then also do 10 hill sprints. So that'll be much, much shorter on the steeper section of the hill. And it'll be about 10 seconds sprint, really trying to work that muscular neurodevelopment, trying to really kind of increase cadence and work at speeds far quicker than I would ever possibly dream of running, but just to get used to that really, really kind of top end speed stuff. So hill reps is a good session that you can pretty much do all year round. You can vary it on different terrain. It's something that I think most people would get a lot of benefit from. It translates into specific run strength. I know most triathlons are flat, but if you can develop the skill of running hard and fast on hills, it makes that running hard and fast on flats even easier. So, being our usual competitive selves, we are going to find out who's quicker going up the hill, Lucy on a bike or me running. And the race is going to be a hill and a bit of a straight to make it a little bit more exciting. I should be quicker on the hill, but she'll be definitely quicker on the straight. So let's do it. Ready?
Three, 2, 1, go! I gave you a chance as well. You
No,
didn't even
that
take
was a
it.
draw.
You got a rematch? Is that what you're saying?
If we had a rematch, I'd win. Because Reece doesn't want a rematch, so it's a draw.
Don't need a rematch.
It's a draw though, so we probably should, but I know you've ruled out. So.
Convincing win. It's not very exciting when you win like that. So one of the things that we like to do with our training is strength and conditioning. As you would have seen from some of our videos, we tend to lift quite a lot of weights. I like to incorporate weight sessions in with hill reps. Sometimes I'll do weights before and pre-fatigue my legs and then go and do hill reps just to kind of reinforce that strength that I've done in the gym and translate that into specific running strength. At the moment I'm doing a lot of endurance rep range as I'm in base phase, so I'm not lifting particularly heavy. As I get more into the season and I start lifting heavier, I would probably separate the two sessions and not do them back to back. So obviously the whole idea of doing this is to keep yourself motivated. That said, it doesn't mean that you're just going to automatically be motivated from start to finish. So there are some things you can do to help with that motivation. It's getting harder and harder to train outside, it's getting colder. So yeah, some of the things I've been doing is running with a partner, if you can. The partner doesn't necessarily have to be in the same session as you as well. So I've got a friend who comes with me, he does 800s and I'm doing 1K reps. Works quite nicely. If you're different paces, you can set people off at different intervals. So for example, normally when I'm running on the track, if Lucy was running with me, she would go off and then I would have 10 seconds to try and catch her. It's motivating for her because she doesn't want to get caught, and it's motivating for me because I want to catch. So those are some of the things you can do during the workout. In terms of holistically looking at staying motivated throughout the period, tracking things like progress can be really motivating. So if you can see that you're making tangible progress, you're tracking, you know, your heart rate is lower for the given pace, or you're running at different paces and they're more comfortable than they were before, that's motivating. And then finally, if you can, get yourself involved with some local races or some virtual races, that's really rewarding as well when you start seeing some progress. Okay, we are back again, and as you can see, the good old British winter is kicking in. It's getting cold out here now. Last session went really well. It was 10 400s. Found the pace quite comfortable. This week we are building the distance and the pace. So we are going to be doing 6 600s at around 72 seconds per lap. And then we're going to finish off with 2 by 1K efforts at target race pace, which for me I've decided on will be as close to 15:30 as possible. So we are looking around about 3:05 per kilometre. So hopefully that doesn't feel too bad. The rest intervals in between each is going to be 90 seconds on the 600s and then 3 minutes between the 1K efforts. We are finishing at the far side of the track, so in between I'll just do a walk around the bend, a little jog back to the start, and once 3 minutes has passed I'll do another 1K effort. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, so with all of the track work I've been doing, I have recently invested in a pair of track spikes, which I've never ever ran with before, and I have ran in spikes in cross country, but using spikes on the track is relatively new to me. I was warned before that my calves would probably be in bits for a few days afterwards, and they are hurting, but I find that they give me, particularly now the tracks are wet, they give me a little bit more like a claw on the ground. Instead of like hitting it and then rebounding off, it's almost like you're gripping it and then using that claw motion to propel yourself forward. So it's a really interesting addition to my running. Whether or not it works, I don't know, but it's just something to mention that you'll probably notice throughout the videos. Initially I was wearing trainers and now I've moved on to track spikes. So thanks for watching my second video of this 4-part 5K personal record attempt. Stay tuned for the next couple of videos where I will be going over some more track workouts, monitoring my progress, and then building towards that final attempt in a few weeks' time of a 5K personal record.